What's up, everybody? This is Body by Our event coming to you from the GetRight Spot. Right now, the GetRight Spot is in the parking lot of the regular JOB. But it's been a minute since I talked to everybody, and I just want to come on and talk about something that it's been on my mind recently. Trying to make more short podcasts about ideas and get back to the long form at some other time. But what's been on my mind lately is I'm at the stage in life where I'm still parenting, but it's adult parenting. And in adult parenting, it's like you see things that if you thought about them earlier, you could have, changed some things. But hey, it is what it is at a certain point. And you have kids and young adults that you're trying to help out, and you see where they're not built like you were. And of course, that makes sense because they're growing up in a different world. Like the world's not the same world. We don't have the same influences. We are not the same influencers that our parents and their peers were. So we don't have the same people to look up to. Not that that's good or bad, because you can get what you don't need from anybody. So, you know, having people who are your elders, it can help you and hurt you, depending on what you get from them. So you have to be diligent, and that's why this idea of discipline has been heavily on my mind lately. And I came to this, what I'm calling the get right quote for this short podcast is discipline is self love. And I've been thinking about that whole idea of how discipline is self love over the past week. And in so many areas of life where all you had to do was make certain decisions and be consistent with them, and your life would be totally different, you know. And it's like you can pinpoint in several different aspects of life how discipline really helped and move you forward in health, in family, friendships, financially, work related, just all kind of disciplines. If you enforce them and stick to them, they have a great impact on your life. Like I use, for example, diet and eating. Like just being disciplined in what you eat, like what you bring into your body, your system. It changes who you are. It helps enhance who you are. And just knowing certain things, you have to use discipline. Like a diabetic needs to have discipline. Like discipline for a diabetic is important because that discipline determines whether or not you live or not, whether or not you get a piece of your body cut off and whatnot. So just in that area alone, being disciplined, staying away from food sources that are not good for you. Like everything is all good, but at the same time, certain things are not as good for certain people. Like someone who can eat sweets all day long and take in all kind of starches and sugars doesn't have the same issues with that dietary lifestyle that someone who can't. So once you realize that you're not a person that can take in the same amount of starch and sugar that other people, then it's on it's in your best interest to have discipline in that area, you know. And I've witnessed where people didn't have discipline in that area and shorten their lives, shorten their freedom to get around just because they refuse to have discipline in what they bring in. If you're diabetic, you can't drink sodas all day. You can't drink Kool-Aid all day, sweet tea, um, eat fries and chips, rice, potatoes on a regular basis, like every day. You can't do it. I mean, it's not in your healthful plans. So just in that area alone, discipline is self-love. Just knowing what you can and can't do for yourself. That becomes self-love. So that's just one aspect. Another aspect that is hard to, relate to some of the younger people is financial discipline. You know, if you don't have someone to guide you, then you might not understand what financial discipline even is. So, I remember we took classes, and it taught us how to do certain things like balance a budget. And that's a discipline. Balancing your income, like what comes in has to be more than what goes out just for you to survive financially and be independent. And that's a discipline. So when these young adults get out and just think that as long as they're making money, they're gonna be all right, it often doesn't work out if you have like habits that you're not taking into account. So certain habits can take money away from necessities. And a lot of time without discipline, you can't even see. Like discipline in a budget, you can't even see where that money is going. I mean, I have a daughter that's, it's obvious to me that what she's dealing with. It's messed up because, I have to take a little responsibility in realizing that, you think about your kids and you say, damn, what, who, you should have learned this shit. And then you think about it like, shit, I was the one she was supposed to learn it from. But hey, sometimes you don't get what you need from certain people, but you still need to find it. So it ain't on me to force it into her after I realize. All I can do is suggest that she, you know, find some discipline in that area for herself. Like that's self love. Discipline, financial discipline is self love. It's gonna help you in the long run. So that's just two areas, and that's all I wanted to say. You know, how discipline is self love in so many ways. So if you hear this and you can think of a way where discipline has been something that has greatly helped you, maybe even saved your life, just pass this along, and in whatever way that you pass it along, give a example how discipline in some area has helped your life. And let's try to get this to if you and you're of a certain age where you're adult parenting, let's try to get this little taste of wisdom to people who are our younger adults who could use it. I mean, learning that discipline and self-love, I think, will be something that helps all of us. So that means, that's elevation. That's what this thing is all about. That's what Body by Loud is all about, life elevation. So that's it for the moment. I appreciate whoever hears this and can help spread the word. Come by bodybyloud.com. Come by the GetRightSpot.com. And just explore. Just share what you see and help me grow this thing. I think, we're progressing. And I think you'll like what you find at some point. But anyway, thanks again. And I'm supposed to say something at the end, but I can't remember. But peace out.